Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and the podcast Pick Up Stitches. My name is Leonie and I'm coming to you from a sunny South Africa. Today is Sunday the 10th of September 2023 and yeah, this is episode 40 of this series and I haven't been here in a while. I think it's 2 or 3 months already. I don't know, I'm not sure. So this one is going to take a bit of time to do. I have brought some coffee and a snack, which I will talk about a little bit later, some more. And yeah, I might not do the entire episode in one sitting, but through the course of today, I hope to get through everything. I would suggest you go get something to drink if you don't have already. And let's get into the business of today with finished objects. So I've got this one finished object, which was a secret test that I did for Mariana Muller from Sweet Crochet Dreams, and it is the Bandanarama Cowl. And this is an amazing pattern. Let me just hold this up. I absolutely loved making it. It went very quickly and it's a one skein project. The small size that I made used a little bit less than one skein. I'm not to be sure, to be 100% honest, I'm not sure how much yarn the large size uses, but this one used just a little bit less than one skein of fingering weight yarn. So the yarn that I used was Big Fox Yarns Soft Sock, or I hope I'm remembering correctly now, and the colorway was Night Nova. There you go. So it is a very beginner friendly crochet pattern, very quick to make. I would highly recommend that one skein of yarn that you were never sure what to do with. This is an excellent project for that. I used a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook to get the required gauge, and this is also one of those patterns where you get to start the project to do the gauge swatch. So you crochet up into a point and then you measure if you've got the same amount of rows and stitches for the, was it 5 or 10 centimeters? I already can't remember. But yeah, and then if you're on gauge, you get to continue. If not, then I would recommend you do change your hook size to achieve the gauge, especially for the smaller version of the pattern, because you do seam it up in the end. It is a closed cowl, so all cowls are closed. Ignore my previous statement. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. I might keep it on a bit. It's not too hot today and I really like this cowl. Love the colors, love the texture. It's 2 thumbs up for this. I will link everything below. The link to the Ravelry page for this pattern. It's by Mariana Muller from Sweet Crochet Dreams. Finished object, the one and only. I do have a half finished object as well, which is a sock chip. I think last time I was on here, the sock chip was not finished yet. It is now finished. I am yet to cut it to add the toes and afterthought heels. So yeah, I used some Knotty Habit Kaiser yarn for this or this sock tube in the speckle cluster colorways. I'm a big fan of the speckle clusters. They make these interesting patterns which I just love. This was still made with a 2.5 millimeter 9-inch circular Chai-Gu needle. I need to talk about it a bit. How that works, or not how that works. What I've realized is lately, when I'm knitting socks for my husband, they tend to get worn out very quickly. Sometimes on the toes, sometimes at the bottom of the foot. It just doesn't last anymore. And I was like, but why not? What's going on? And my friend Mariette from Die Boervrou actually mentioned that she would think I need to go down a needle size because the gauge that my socks are knitted at looks a little bit loose to her. And I was like, but I've always knitted with 2.5. But what changed was I went from a 2.5 magic loop method of knitting socks to the 2.5 9-inch circulars. And in the beginning with the 2.95 9-inch circulars, I was still very tense with my knitting, which means my gauge was still okay. But as I got better at it and got more relaxed, I did become a little bit of a more loose knitter on the 9-inch circulars. So I did go down to a 2.25 for my next sock tube, which I will show you shortly. Yeah. So this was the last 9-inch 2.5 sock that I've done. I don't know if I'll go back to a 2.5. What did I say just now? 2.5 or 2.25? I meant to say this one is the last one for a while. I think that I'm doing on a 2.5 millimeter. I think I'm going to stick to a 2.25. We will look at it in more detail next. So let's go to works in progress. Okay. Let's continue on the topic of socks, and let me take out this one. This is a sock tube that I'm knitting, which will be for my husband. There we go. Let me just show you that side as well. Goodness, now the yarn is in my coffee. There we go. I absolutely love this colorway. And the yarn that I'm using is the Ietsie yarn. Let me just get that label. The label is not here anymore. I don't know where it is. It's supposed to be here. It is the Ietsie yarn, which is also a 75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide blend. Very similar to the opal yarns and the regia and so on. And I'm doing this now on the 2.25 9-inch circulars, which is my new set, the Knit Pro Symphony 9-inch circulars. And I have to tell you, I think it's my favorite. I do have a 2.25 Chai-Gu, but I do think I like these more. I don't know why. They just feel a little bit more comfortable. It's this wooden tips instead of the metal tips. Very pretty as well. And I enjoy knitting with them. They do feel a little bit longer. I'm not sure. I haven't actually compared the length of the tips of the Chai-Gu and the Knit Pro. I'm yet to do that. But yeah, I just enjoy working with them a lot. What else must I tell you? The plan with the sock tube. I did the maths yesterday. And the plan is to do the 20 row 20 round cuff, 220 rounds plain stockinette, and then another 20 rounds of cuff on this end. That will be more than sufficient for my husband for a pair of socks, because he did indicate to me that I might be overkilling it a little bit with the length of the legs of his socks. I can make them a little bit shorter. So his wish is my command. A little bit less knitting per sock that I need to do for him. So yeah, this is that. Let me put a progress keeper. Which one will I use? Oh, one of them broke. That's one of my pinwheels. Unfortunate. Let's use the green pinwheel. There we go. This is a stitch marker from Ietsie Klein, Gertruida. Let's just put, no, I put it the wrong way around. There we go. So there's our progress keeper. The green fits with the sock. Love it. I think I've said everything. It's staying as per normal in my walking bag that I got from Mariette from Die Boervrou as a present. Love this bag. Use it every single day. So yeah. My next whip that I want to show you is a old whip. I will not be able to put the entire blanket in the frame, but here we go. It's my Tree of Life blanket. And since the last time we spoke, there has been some progress. There we go. I will put a picture so that you can see it in its full glory, because I see it's not going onto the entire screen. Yeah, I will put the picture as a B-roll footage in. Made some great progress. There's the progress keeper. It's been probably 4 months since the last time you saw it. But yeah, I'm happy. This blanket is a pattern by the Crochet Crazy Cat Lady, or the Crazy Crochet Cat Lady. I'm not sure. I will link it below. And I'm doing this with Owl Pure Gold double knit yarns, which is a 100% acrylic yarn, but it's a little bit more luxurious yarn. I love it. Love the color range that they've got on it. So yeah, let's just look at the chart as well to see my progress. And there you can see I am past halfway at least. I still have got quite a bit to go, but there's hope for me. Who knows, I might still finish this in 2023. You never know. I'm doing this with a 4mm hook. That is the recommended hook size for this yarn. I just want to quickly show you the label of the yarn that I'm using. It's got 125 meters per 100 grams of yarn. Our progress keeper has been moved. This is a progress keeper by also Ietsie Klein, Gertruida. The coffee pot is in the way. Here we go. Little star with a snowflake in it. Very pretty. And I'm happy. I'm very happy with my progress here. So this is one of those all-time pat on the back project for me. The day this is going to be done, I'm going to be like, yeah, it's going to not be used as a blanket, I can guarantee you. I told my husband already he needs to frame it for me. There's no other way. This is a dream make for me. Okay, let's just have a quick snack. I want to show you this. This is stroop waffles. So syrup waffles that I got during our visit to the Netherlands on my leave, which I will talk about later in the podcast. And how you're supposed to eat these stroop waffles, I was taught. You have your cup of coffee, and then you, not dunk it. Oh, my coffee is too big. My cup is too big. You're supposed to put it on your coffee cup. And then the heat rising from the coffee makes the syrup melt. Which I have to tell you, if you do it properly, I'm going to dunk it now, is delicious. Very sweet. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. The next whip that I need to show you is staying in a baggie my husband bought me at a second-hand shop. Starbucks bag. Yeah. And I first need to talk about the yarn. The yarn I dyed myself. And it's getting severely blown out now with the lights. Okay. It is a very light pink. So I bought last year a big batch of undyed sock yarn, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It is still my favorite base to work with. I just find it so versatile. I can mix and match and hold it double and do whatever I want. So I took 400 grams of yarn and I dyed it with cochineal. So cochineal is a bug. Yes, it's a bug that grows on, it's like a type of cacti that bears fruit, which we call prickly pears, I think. It especially grows on a wild version of a prickly pear that we have in our country and in our region where we stay. And if you harvest that cochineal and you crush it, it makes a pink color. And I use that to dye 4 skeins of yarn. I will see if I can put a picture in to illustrate the color a little bit better, because my ring light is just blowing it out now. It looks white. And I am making my first summer top of the season with this yarn. And this is the Silver Sage sweater. Also Mariana Muller from Sweet Crochet Dreams. So this is a pattern I picked for my birthday. That she gave me a free pattern for my birthday last year, and I picked this pattern. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I've got a long way to go, but I'm happy so far with the texture that I'm getting and achieving. Let's see how much you can see. There you go. Yeah, I got gauge also with a 4.5mm hook, which I also bought in the Netherlands. It's the Clover hook, 4.5mm. I'm a big fan of Clover. And that's it. Do I need to say anything else? No, I don't think I need to say anything else about this. It's going to be my first summer top that I make. I'm really looking forward to it, because we are in the southern hemisphere, and that means as of the 1st of September it was officially spring here by us. And at this stage it seems like we actually are skipping spring this year, because it's hot. It's hot. We are expecting a maximum of 30 degrees today here where we are. So I don't know what happened, Maybe we got spring while we were in the Netherlands and we just happened to miss it, but it feels like we are in full-blown summer already. Let's see if it holds up. I'm going to put on here a stitch marker. Which one am I going to put on for a progress keeper? Let's see. Something pink. Let's put this one. This one is one of my favorites. It's a stitch marker by Annegret from Pincushions Crafts. It looks like a dahlia flower to me. I actually didn't ask her what flower this is, but it looks like a dahlia to me. Let me know what you guys think. What flower is this? Or Annegret can tell us. I'll ask her. Okay. So I am going to put this on for us. Oops. There we go. There's our first summer make for the season. Then I've got one last whip that I want to show everyone, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm experimenting, I'm playing around a bit. You're welcome to guess what you think it is. But here we go. It is very big. It's going to be very big. There you go. It's not a blanket. It is something that I want to wear. I have been looking for a pattern for this particular piece of clothing I want. I didn't find one. I am making this up as I go. Who knows, I might write it up. I might not. Who knows. It's some intarsia knitting. Oh, that's the end of it. But I'm busy with 3 different colors here. And they are all from Knotty Habit. Don't ask me the colorways, please. I've got no idea at all. It's pretty. And there will be more colors added to this. This is going to be lots of pinks and greys and a bit of purples. My favorite colors. It's gonna take me a while. I'm in no hurry to get this done at all. So, future plans. October is coming. I did order the October box from Knotty Habit. I picked the Moody Broody. Very excited to see what it looks like when it arrives and when we start opening it up. And I have a project already in mind that I want to make with the October box, because October is coming and it's October and it is MCAL time. So yeah, I'm not going to put stress on myself to get my needles empty and cleared off. I know there's a big drive out there to get that done. I'm not doing that. I'm also not putting a lot of pressure on myself to try and keep up with the MCAL rate. I know I'm not going to be able to do it because of things I'll talk about shortly as well. But I will be participating. Mincy is doing a custom die for me again, similar to last year. I'm very excited to see what the shawl is going to look like. But yeah, I'm just going to go with the flow this year and not stress about anything or stress about keeping up or being worried that I don't want to see the clues and other people's progress. And no, I'm not going to be that person this year. I'm just going to have fun. So that is prospective projects for October 2023. And then regarding acquisition. For acquisitions, I bought that the Symphony 9-inch circulars at Stephen West shop, Stephen and Penelope in Amsterdam. And then at Hooks and Yarn I bought the 4.5mm crochet hook from Clover, if I remember correctly. And then from Hobby Yarns I bought myself some cones. And these are fingering weight 100% cotton yarns from Hobby, which is not a place we can normally buy at when we are in South Africa. But because I was in the Netherlands and I have like a maximum 3-day delivery time, I ordered some cones from them, also got some discount, and it's a dark grey fingering weight 100% cotton cone. There's 500 grams on here, which equates to 1,700 meters. So yeah, it's fingering weight. I have 5 of these. So I already have got some plans for 1 or 2 summer shirts that I want to make with these yarns. So exciting times. Probably only after October and after I finished my Silver Sage sweater. I don't want to put another garment on the needles or the hook before the Silver Sage sweater is finished. That is the plan. That is the plan. That's all the acquisitions that I've done. I don't know, I can't speak English anymore. Then life. Yeah, I haven't been here for a while, so I don't know what to tell you and what not to tell you, and chances of me repeating myself is very very small. But I did not record for a month or 2 before my leave started because it was budget season at work and you cannot explain it to somebody. It's like, it's crazy. And then I went on leave and I was planning to record something that week before we went to the Netherlands, and yeah, I focused on relaxing and knitting and working on my mosaic blanket, my tree of life. That's all I was focusing on. So I just took it slow and relaxed and all of that things. And then we went to the Netherlands. So I'm going to put some B-roll footage in here while I talk. Hopefully there's enough footage to cover all my talks. And yeah, if you are not here for that, I want to remind you now to please like, comment and subscribe. If you have liked this content. If you are sticking around, thank you. I hope you will enjoy all of my footage. Hi everyone, this is future me informing you that something happened and a glitch caused me not to be able to create a video with all of the Netherlands footage. I promise I will make a separate video with only the Netherlands visit. Thank you very much. Bye.